Rider's also somewhere up there too. And Tree, this hero has still been running rampant across most of these games. That being said, though, there is some ways to counteract it, right? MC on his most comfortable hero, his best hero that he's played for years and years and years.
Love it.
And there's always, of course, going to be this Rubik factor as well. Looking at the Rubik, so many good spells to steal. It's GH as well, so eyes on this Rubik to change a lot. Stealing versus Lina, even though it's a carry Lina, if you get the stun, it's amazing. Versus Tidehunter, of course, and versus Willow, so many different things. Right, quick early aggression.
Needs to be careful. Tofu wanted to catch him.
Can't quite.
But does lay down a ward. Okay. So I think that, you know, we were talking a little bit before this about, okay, we've got this matchup. It's Quinn versus Sumail in the mid. Two high-octane players that are, you know, very, very well known for their prowess in this position. And now we're getting them on the Bat Rider versus Ember Spirit matchup. Talk to me a little bit about, I mean, the panel talked about it already. It feels like we could see an all-in play at some point, maybe a potential to go for a kill.
Yeah, I think we could definitely see that from Quinn. So eyes on TP rotations, right? GH or the Tusk TPing to perhaps save. So I think this deep ward is to watch lane swaps. Gaimin Gladiators, we heard in their interview even earlier, they really like to lane swap. This is something they did even last year during DPC a ton, how they set up lanes. And a lot of times with Tidehunter, this is actually one of their most successful heroes when they were playing with it on Ace. So I think, yeah, they have that ward down there. They're trying to get the matchups that they want. So they're sending Dyrachyo bottom versus Viper. They're putting that Tide top versus Nature's Prophet. So this is Gaimin Gladiators getting the lanes that they want here.
See there as well, the esportsbet.io favoring them just about even, but a slight edge there into Gaimin Gladiators. Very similar to how we were thinking about these teams at the outset of the beginning of this entire series. We'll see if this draft is going to be enough to get Gaimin Gladiators over the edge, or if it's going to be able to be a bit of a salvation here for Nigma in their season. They really need this win here to try and stave off that dropping down into Division 2. And of course, for Gaimin Gladiators, wanting to go to that major, they need every point that they can get along the way.
Bottom, stun does miss. Celery going to take a bit of a beating from that tag team. So, all right, let's see how this matchup ends up going. Right, this Viper versus Lina carry. As we said, Lina carry. It's been the hot stuff. It's looked amazing in almost every single game. They have some ways to get on top of her this game, of course, with the Ember and the Tusk, but outranging of the Viper could be something that could be Amar's demise as game progresses. Early game, Amar could have an excellent time, but as this game does get later and later, it does feel like it could get quite hard for Nigma if they're not like super far in the lead or something like that.
Right. You can see there, Amar not the only one that can carry out of the off lane. Dyrachyo playing at this time on that lane swap up, like you were talking about. And Celery doing a good job of getting a couple denies, rather just one deny in there. But now, Caster cursed him, LSA a little bit off the mark, trying to buy a little bit of extra time for their tree to get out of harm's way. Very tanky, but in the end, it's Amar that draws first blood.
Nice and done. They get the level 2 faster. They get these extra denies. You see Amar with those 4 denies actually making a big difference versus Dyrachyo and versus Celery. The other thing they always have to watch out, too, is we don't see it too often anymore in the early game, but there is the potential for even Mind Control TPing down here. If they see like a step up too far from Gaimin Gladiators, tag team those 2 heroes and the dive.
Well played by Quinn. Gets the rundown onto Sumail, and GH will show up to help out with that one. But yeah, like you're talking about, that rotation coming from MC on this Nature's Prophet, we've seen so many early rotations from this hero across the regions.
Yeah. A little bit less than just like the super early laning phase, but it's still a potential when you have something like tag team. Yeah, the panel said we expected this. We expect this dive to come out from Quinn very early on the Ember, and he gets a successful one. But that also means GH, since he gets that kill, he's going to be off to a great start to move around. Probably having boots come out already.
Right. Well, then the question is, can Quinn build upon this sort of slight lead that you get from getting that kill in the laning stage? You can see him already trying to zone back away from this range creep here and keep him on his toes a little bit.
Bat Rider's such a disgusting hero.
Oh my God, is he going for it? Quinn! Oh, Quinn! The kill 2 times. Not even popping a smile. It's expected.
I love that I'm seeing more people just go for this flame break play too. I saw a lot of times people just default for the farm. I love that we're seeing this more. Dude. Just gets him in. Oh, Celery gets the tip. Quinn doesn't.
Oh man.
But that's a painful one. TP's still on cooldown for this Ember.
Let me tell you, I mean, you don't want to give a player like Sumail another reason to want to beat you.
No.
That tip, we'll see if it comes back to haunt him or not, but he is going to have a really rough start on this Ember, no doubt about it.
And he is playing into a lot of difficult kind of matchups. Not every single hero, but there are a lot of stuns and roots, in particular this Willow, right? Amber Spirit can suffer a lot versus Willow if you're not careful. Sure, you have ways to play around Curse Crown. You can slight dodge it at the last seconds, but stepping into a Bramble could just be your demise also in a lot of situations. So Quinn really just playing the bully game here. But that being said, and for anybody who remembers the old schools of Sumail, when he did die, what, 5-6 times at DAC, and when he was the early young boy Celery will drop to Amar, he can always try to, he can always recover.
Yeah, those rotations coming out to the side lanes, and of course now the snowball dodge. Well played with Kuro and Duraccio now in a world of hurt, but Quinn makes the rotation. He's going to find both of these heroes. They don't have nearly enough damage to deal with this Batrider. Quinn, 4 kills to start the game, 2 on his mid opponent.
Oh, he's going to be such a menace. Level 6 already picked up. It's 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Level 6 Batrider. That has to be one of the fastest level 6s I think we've seen.
I mean, you think about sort of the story of, well, hold on a second now. They'll be able to walk away from this, but you think about the story of Quinn as a player and sort of lingering for so long in North America, trying to make it happen, now coming onto the big stage, taking down Sumail. It's a pretty big moment, I feel like, if he can make this happen and sort of put the team on his back a little bit through this laning stage.
He definitely has a bit to prove after that last game, right? After getting killed just from a Crypt Swarm and an auto attack from a Death Prophet, I think he's definitely feeling quite angry after that one, so trying to make that a
That should help.
We'll see how it goes.
I mean, the fact that he's 6 is terrifying. Like, Sumail's like, I already couldn't step up to lane, but now he really can't. 2, maybe 3 sticky stacks, Lasso plus Firefly, and he's just dead. So you see Sumail just trying to snipe last hits every single opportunity he can with Sleight of Fist.
And is going to get that wave finally underneath him as Courier bringing things out. There is no rotations as of yet by Radiant to come and try and secure some runes. They have Rubik in the area, so GH may be going to try and play for the help.
Yeah, he's stacking the hard camp at the same time too.
Okay.
So he is getting that, you know, that recovery outlet for Sumail, even though it's only level 1 Flame Guard. And Rune, it will spawn bottom. Hopefully he's going to take that one away.
It's Kuro facing off against Celery and Duraccio, just trying to snipe last hits wherever they can. Buy some time.
This is a big deal, though, to be honest, with the Lina. This is the lanes that they wanted to set up, right? With that ward that they had, they wanted to have the Lina versus Viper. They wanted to have Tide versus Nature's Prophet. But the Lina's off to a slow start. Sure, she catches up super fast, but this could be painful for Duraccio.
And Tofu makes this long walk down here. They don't know about this. They know that Quinn is big, but do they know about Tofu? Getting body blocked while invis. Amar realizes there's a little bit of trouble. Move it in, and they find that Viper, going to kill him off. MC makes the rotation. Duraccio in trouble, going to die. Sumail moving down bottom also. This is the cleanup that they really need on Nigma. And they managed to bring down both of the bottom laners.
I love this TP. I always like seeing these Nature's Prophet TP early on. Even before Wrath, you see how much damage that he's able to do with tag team. And Kuro now level 5, so I think he's actually ahead of his Viper off of that front. And now they're swapping lanes up. So Mind Control, he's level 6, he's got Wrath and Nature, and now they're putting the Viper top into the match. Quick switch. Gonna work out nicely for Nigma, it feels.
Getting some good damage onto that tower. We'll give up a couple trants along the way. But nothing really to write home about as Quinn comes back to the mid lane, is going to get a bottle refill, and level almost 8 now with the Boots of Travel coming out. So 7.5 minute Boots of Travel on the Batrider.
He is going to hit some crazy item timings. He's going to probably be able to get that BKB rush ASAP. Pretty good this game to just be able to pierce right onto the Viper. Being said though, Viper of course does have ult to be able to kind of slow him down, and they will have Tusk at some points with ult to try to stop it, but I mean, this is a dangerous start there for a Bat.
Sumail starting to catch up in terms of the gold at least, but still 2 levels behind the Batrider, who is just sitting pretty dominant at this point. Tried to catch there into Celery, but wasn't able to.
They have this Illusion Rune too that he could play around, either dispelling some type of slights, or dispelling some of chains. We'll get a D-ward, so then GH, and continue looking to play around Sumail, trying to help him out a little bit. Duraccio steps up far.
Yeah, moves in actually aggressively onto MC.
Here's Quinn.
The Wrath of Nature, and yeah, that's going to be the rotation that they need for the kill. Duraccio still taking some damage there from the treants.
Kuro was thinking about just diving in there. Could have maybe found a cleanup kill.
Had the tree armor coming the whole time. And look at Dyrachyo. He's also going for the Boots of Travel as we'll look back towards mid.
Okay.
Very much wanting to play, I guess, all around the map for both of these heroes.
Kuro's still waiting for a snipe potential. He was hoping that Dyrachyo played greedy and walked into triangle. Dyrachyo is walking into triangle from a different angle, though.
Oh.
It's just a stack.
Yeah.
Should be all right. Kuro will stop the stack.
Mar. Ace is nearby.
Mid tower's starting to get pressured, too.
Quinn is here.
He's got lasso.
As soon as he shows up, Sumail has to be careful. They've got MC, but the lift back, GH keeps him alive. Sumail, remnants away. And so they keep their tower alive, and also on the side of Nigma, keep themselves alive. But Ace moves on in, and Dyrachyo, newly minted Boots of Travel, they find the kill on the Viper.
They're just going to play this greed game is what that tells me. The Bat Rider with bots can look to make plays constantly, while the Lina with bots can just farm at this maximum efficiency. And also join if there's ever a Ravage, of course, as Ace finds a good connection. Slowing down this Viper, that's usually signs for success, as we said, for Nigma. Their lineup is a lot more early game oriented. It's going to be a bit harder for them to scale versus this Lina and versus this heavy amount of team fight that they're up against. And Quinn is just a menace. He still has lasso. MC shows himself.
They get caught. Flame break pushback, holds onto it for the moment, but forces a rotation and is comfortable with just that.
Little low on the mana there. He only had like, what, 2 or 3 more stickies than a lasso. Was a bit scared. He's a tanky Nature's Prophet too. We're seeing the build. I'm going to call it the Team Liquid build. MC's going to be going for it, that rush Aghanims. No Midas in between. He's just going straight for it. Over club and treads.
MC TP's in. They want to take down this tower.
They don't want it to get healed from living armor.
Yeah, they're going to pop the glyph for this now. Do have Bat Rider in the area. So Quinn, somewhat low on mana, doesn't actually have enough for lasso, and I don't know if he can do this. He was farming up, and I think Nigma just get this tower now. Oh, a big play and a move in. They bring numbers. Nigma able to punish the greed.
They force the reaction and they still get the tower. That's a big move. Gonna be able to help Amar catch up too, getting all the space.
Yeah, granted, you look at the top of the net worths, it's still pretty much all inhabited by the side of Gaimin Gladiators, and in spite of that bad start that Sumail had, you can see him, he's now right there even with the rest of them.
And they give him the tome. That's actually really interesting. Rubik and Tusk both still not quite level 6, but they give the tome to the Ember to give him level 9. So just really trying to make sure that Sumail has a much better early game. And quick setup onto tower. So yeah, really trying to punish these Boots of Travels, trying to punish the fact that Ravage was down, and punishing the fact that Quinn just is sticking around with no mana.
Yeah, trying to play this as sort of min-maxy as possible, but that does come at a cost, and now there isn't an easy way to defend these towers. GH is going to get gone on here, and the Dark Willow, obviously not often seen, but can go in for the finish. Pretty much a solo kill.
Beautifully done from Tofu. Gets the dream connection. He did 1,200 damage there. As was Willow.
Not much you can do as Rubik when you get sniped like that.
No, when he shadow roamed, you go to watch.
Quinn moves in, catches the creep wave, and as you said, playing it greedy, farms up the jungle. NP immediately going in for the Aghanim Scepter, so MC is going to have some pretty good damage. Likewise, though, you're probably going to see the BKBs come out rather rapidly on the side of Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, this is probably going to be second item for both of these heroes, the Bat as well as that Lina. Lina maybe wants to get that message between the usual build. Celery, he's in deep.
Rooted, Overgrowth, Pop Stick, TP's out. See you later, nerds! Oh my god, he's out!
And GH still not level 6, can't even get like a steal, like a spell steal or anything like that either. Because they did opt to give the tome to Sumail. Quinn.
It's damage there.
Slow is adding up, he just has to instant TP.
Yeah, he's out.
Amar with his build, as Sind was talking about, Amar doesn't play this Viper in I guess you could say the traditional way. He builds straight carry, so eventually you'll see Dragonlance, BKB, probably a Scotty somewhere in the future since he's playing versus Lina and Bat. Yeah, he's still keeping up in that farm. Only 500 behind that Lina, so it's pretty damn good for a Viper.
I mean, all of these moves, it's just telling me that Gaimin, they feel comfortable going late game against Nigma's draft, not trying to push the tempo, not trying to find these pickoffs. If they come to them, they're going to be happy with it. Nigma, likewise with these smoke plays, trying to catch somebody out of position.
Yeah, they have this Viper, Ember, Nature's Prophet core that is going to struggle versus this heavy team fight and scaling of Gaimin Gladiators. So really want to kick the pace up and get a tower advantage, get Roche advantage, etc. to slow down this Lina's. Perhaps they can find Duraccio here.
Instead, it's MC that goes down. They are going to chase forward, find him there. LSA, pump fake, not going to throw it out. They finally do, and Ace shows up. Ravage going to connect onto one. Quinn, I said onto a couple of different heroes, can't make up his mind.
Amar's on him.
And this is a huge problem. The connection, the snowball through, they're all dying. They run in now with Celery, but it's a triple kill for Amar.
GH is still alive.
Oh, man. Not sure what the correct decision was there, but they get punished hard. And Nigma recognizing the power that they've got. I mean, with a 4,000 gold invested into Boots of Travel, it's basically almost a 5k gold lead for Nigma right now if they're fighting just toe-to-toe.
Yeah, and if the Linas just gets dove like that too. And also giving up the best spell I feel like you can versus a Rubik. We've seen a couple times where I think it was Yuragi playing the Lina carry versus Rubik. He doesn't max the stun. He actually only puts like 2 points or even 1 point in it to make sure he doesn't give it up. That means that GH is going to have this for quite some time to be really aggressive. As beautiful plays from Nigma, diving, trying to take advantage of this greed from Gaimin Gladiators.
Playing very, very well.
Yeah, I love it. And they're about to have that Ags finished up on MC. And yeah, I don't think they can underestimate the Samar Viper. They have to get onto him, and they have to have Lasso to deal with him, because if they don't, he's just going to... I think he did like 4,000 damage in that last team fight.
Yeah, they have got to get in position to stay on top of him. And, you know, again, maybe some shot calling things there as well, like Ace TPing in to go for the Ravage and target prioritization. They didn't have the Lina still alive. So much of their damage had just been neutered away.
And I think they used the lasso on MC bottom before that whole fight kind of kicked off too, so they didn't have the lasso to get onto the Viper as Quinn.
Forces some rotations, and then...
He forced 3 TPs actually, all right. So that might be the name of the game now for Quinn. He's probably telling his team like, hey, they're playing for reaction constantly. We can just kind of keep making these moves. Yeah, still some downtime though, 30 seconds, no Ravage. Nigma looking to play aggressive with that.
Tumbler's Toy to get away, Celery to cover the area, and, well, Ravage back up in 30. Can Nigma keep up this high-octane draft? Again, you're playing with the Nature's Prophet. Roche could be on the menu soon if they can win another fight in a good position, but you can see Gaimin Gladiators still very much farming away, keeping a lead in spite of losing a couple of these fights.
Yeah, just farming. Yeah. I mean, they have some of the best farming heroes in the game, right? Bat Rider and Lina, as we've seen time and time again. Now Quinn has BKB, so now it feels like they're going to start perhaps looking to make a move with 4, making space for Duraccio to finish up his BKB. But Nigma, they're playing just that much faster right now. They might be able to find a big snag here.
Yeah, Tofu coming in to try and break the smoke, it looks like, as they're up on the high ground. Kuro spots him there. Shadow Realm, TP out. Can he get anything to snowball to? Doesn't matter. LSA's out and in time.
Oh, look how little time left is on the Rubik Steel already. Look at GH. He's got, I think, 2 seconds left on it. So perfect timing for him to find the Willow. Beautifully done.
They get another pick off here. And how close are we? Oh, that's Aghanim Scepter done for the Tide.
Yeah, Ags Ace and Ags on NP.
BKB done.
Win.
For
Rooted.
The Bat Rider. BKB.
He might be in trouble.
Walrus Punch. TP's out. Yeah, knows that he wasn't going to be able to live there that much longer.
Full defensive BKB, but does spot 4 heroes. And yeah, cool build. I mean, Ace, he always has these interesting builds on some of his heroes, you know, be it a Witch Doctor off lane or be it a Tide Hunter. Ags, not the most crazy, but usually not a first item that you see on Tide Hunter, so that's cool. He's looking to play further away in the fights, is what that tells me, since he's playing versus this Viper, versus the Break, versus the Rubik. But with them seeing tempo moves, they're all around the area, and he's going to go straight into the pit. Tag team plus this Viper, they should just get this one break.
Scan connects.
Are they going to make it in time? I don't think so.
We've seen them give up a couple of these Roches, and even with Ravage up and online, it looks like Gaimin Gladiators not wanting to take sort of a scrum-type fight in the pit.
No BKB still in the Ratio, and no interest in joining, so yeah, they'll just keep playing the farm game. No BKB up on Quinn either, right? So if you had BKB on Quinn, perhaps they look to try to take that one, but yeah, being on cooldown. They just have to give it away, and let's see what Nigma looks to make with this next move. Let's see where they hit.
Yeah, I think right now it's very much smoke up, and then they can TP in with the NP. Amar not really with the rest of the squads. This is just 3 heroes ganking together across map.
Look at Ace's positioning. Look where Ace
Yeah.
is. He just farmed a hard camp. He's about to go down bottom to cut a wave. Nigma, though, on the hunt, trying to prevent this greed from being established.
They're playing this so clean, and Ace just walks out there. Pop the rune, get in vision. Ace TP's away immediately. MC, they get him. The root's there. Well done. And Ace is going to get punished, as will the Dark Willow. So good movement by Nigma. Get a couple quick kills.
Keep punishing the greed. They see somebody top. They're already instantly TPing to look to set up there. Having a blink on Tusk also, they're going to keep being able to make these aggressive moves just a bit faster. Gaimin Gladiators, said just playing the greed game, but getting punished.
I think that they're going to need something to deal with this Ags Prophet, because you don't want to have to pop a BKB for every one of these fights, you know? If you're trying to sort of get that easy disengage, it could be kind of tough for him.
Yeah, perhaps, I mean, Lotus on the Tide may be something that Ace is thinking about. Right now he still has Blink queued up, but the supports aren't going to be able to go for any type of Dispel, so it's kind of hard to itemize versus this item. That's why when I saw Liquid doing it so much, I was like, I think other teams are going to start tagging onto this, because it just feels so strong. Every 60 seconds, you have a global root disarm that does a ton of damage, one of the highest damage in the game, I think. Really taking advantage of these timings here. Now starting to poke top tower. Gotta love watching Dragon Scale.
Oh yeah. Punch, punch, punch. And Manta done for the Viper.
Okay, so he's got the preventative measure versus the tree. He's got that little maybe slip up there where he can prevent the bat from getting an instant lasso and stuff like that too. Could be pretty nice. Now, Gaimin Gladiators, since they have double BKB, they want to try to strike back.
Ace moving in, has the gush to connect onto Kuro. Snowball. It's over to the side on Duraccio, but oh, quick jump out and then blocking with the shards. But Quinn, he's right on top of him. Sumail gets hit by the break creep, actually. Duraccio, a couple more punches. Nigma, do they want to keep chasing this on Gaimin Gladiators? It looks like they might, and in fact, they're going to get the stun onto Amar. He's completely isolated away from the rest of the team. Duraccio trying to beat into him, still has BKB at the ready. Ace, Ravage, waiting for the turn here. They have Overgrowth too. With everybody still alive and BKB's ready, Gaimin Gladiators, they're not going to push the tempo, but they're willing to hold their ground.
Sword Vision again from Nigma. Allows him to kind of zone away Duraccio. Those hits from the Viper, I don't think he expected to get hit from so far. Pull back up, kept the Ravage alive. But now look at the movements. They see the Lina TP bottom and quickly the TP from the Tusk and the Rubik, and they still have the MP set up down here. Duraccio maybe expecting a rotation. He's pinging on top of himself.
Backs away there.
It's fast moves from Nigma. We've seen this, honestly, for most of their games. Even the games that they did struggle, I've seen them still playing so active in the first 20 minutes. Really quite nice to see this. Game is very close right now, 12 to 10.
Tofu there. Scouting Amar, who's going to catch the creep wave, and Kuro nearby.
Okay, double blinks also now on the side of Gaimin Gladiators. They have ways to get into the back line now.
Gets down the vision, takes it away. Sumail thinking about running in.
Quinn's
Goes
got the
off to the
lasso.
Shadow Realm, but they've got him underneath the tower. But the jump back, is it going to be enough? Stolen lasso, Ravage down. That's Amar dead one time. Tofu in trouble as Kuro beating him down. Ace doesn't have that much left in the tank, but the LSA is going to connect. Duraccio beating into him with that BKB, but the lasso stolen by Rubik to keep Amar alive. Is it going to be enough, though? No. The Laguna Blade comes out, and that gets the separation that they need to kill off the Viper. Snowball onto Duraccio. Tree armor is going. They don't have enough damage. Kuro falls, and Nigma now have to run with the rest of them, trying to get out of there. Curse of the Old Growth as Quinn. They throw down the Bramble Maze. Root there. It's a ton of damage onto everybody. Sumail, but he gets caught. The LSA connects. And a couple more hits. Duraccio caught him from the side. MC, they're all going down one by one. He's able to dodge away for a moment, but the minus armor, a couple more hits come in from Duraccio. And Gaimin Gladiators blow this one open.
What a play from Duraccio. That stun from the tree line, definitely not expected. Sumail getting caught off guard. It looked a little weird with the start, right? With the Ravage just going onto the Aegis, but it put Amar into the weirdest position ever. He's on low ground next to the tower. They have no save. GH tries with his lasso, but he doesn't have a force staff or anything like that. He's gone full greed. So yeah, Amar getting caught into a weird spot there is now Duraccio fully unlocked. Level 18 Lina, 5,000 gold ahead of his counterpart.
God, he is so farmed.
We've seen this Lina time and time again just be able to pop off. Dyrachyo, after having a little bit of a tough start, has now completely recovered his game.
And look at that, 82% into the favor, according to Dota Plus. And Blink Dagger soon to be online for this Willow. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what the avenue is to get back into it, because this Lina carry just, it feels so hard to get after and actually kill, particularly once she starts getting into this real damage build.
Yeah, it just feels really hard to punish, because not only does she do a ton of damage, she's unbelievably tanky, right? That's why everybody's still picking it at mid.
Goes in, finds the kill. Kuro in pretty far.
Take damage. I think the name of the game is still just play super aggressive, right?
Okay.
I think you still just have to keep trying to punish. I think you can't really let them sit back, let their cooldowns come back up, let this Ravage come back, let the Lasso come back up constantly. You still just have to play really aggressive on the side of Nigma Galaxy with your draft.
Right.
But yeah, it's, you know, this Lina, there's a reason why we see it so many times and why it's banned most of the games. Yeah, she's like 3,000 HP, 20 armor, ridiculous damage too. It's just so hard to play against.
And you know, I think that we're also seeing maybe part of the reason why Ace is going for this like stay back build, because like a Lasso and then Viper break, he's not going to be able to get his Ravage off.
Yeah,
so
and the Gush is just great also with Lina, right, too? Just that minus armor that he can add on.
Oh, Amar just barely out of there. Quinn did have that Lasso at the ready and could have been a quick blow up there. So heads up play, a minute until Roche is capable of respawning. 14-14 is the kill score, with only 2,000 gold separating him. But the big thing is some of that gold, it's the support differential. It's really that Lina that's crazy far ahead right now.
And it's how much the Lina scales in comparison to these heroes, right? It's not an NP carry that we've seen from Liquid. It's the NP offlane that we've seen from Liquid, of course. But it's this Lina that's just the physical damage that she does in comparison to something like a Viper. There's no comparison.
And there's been some Vipers that we've seen, I think back to Alacrity, for instance, out of China region, who's gone for this like Aghanim Scepter build. Amar feeling like he has to go much more for this right click, building into the BKB afterwards, the Scotty. But by that point, you have to wonder how far is Lina going to be ahead. 3,500 HP on this Lina right now.
And he hits 20 now too, so Fiery Soul stacks even stronger for attack speed and positioning. For movement speed, it must feel hard for Nigma. Any downtime just feels rough for them.
Getting further and further behind. Kuro throws out the shards. Sumail poking and prodding, but prodding a bear here. Big bear of Lina.
Lina, who's... Oh, I also forgot that Lina's constantly armored in this game too, that's right. So 30 armor, apologies, even more than we were talking about before. But I think this, I think it's the build you have to go for as this Viper if you want to try to have any type of scaling versus range scores.
Yeah.
The Scotty does feel nice if you're able to get on them. That's the question, is can you get to this Lina in a lot of fights?
Yeah, nosedive isn't going to be good enough.
No, definitely not.
Well, 27 minutes coming up now. Next set of neutral items going to be available. We'll see if anything there can change the fortunes a little bit for Nigma, but at the end of the day, it is very much going to be about those initiations. And we've seen time and time again in this region and others that these types of leads can be thrown just by, you know, a couple of bad BKBs getting used. If you can find that control onto Lina, get on top of her with NP and whoever else.
These neutral items do feel... This set of neutral items feel like it's going to be a lot nicer for Gaimin Gladiators, though. I believe Nigma already has some pretty amazing ones on their side. They have the Grub Ball already on that Viper, probably the best one they could have gotten, and Brigand's Blade on Nature's Prophet. Gaimin Gladiators, they did not really get the best tier 2s. Now they're getting really good tier 3s. They've got the Quiver on Lina. I believe they had a Ceremonial Robe also for the Dark Willow too, so that feels like they're going to get a bit of an explosive opening here with these timings.
And of course, Celery blessed with the Philly.
Yep.
Love to see that one for him.
In.
KB finds one. Hello,
Stolen.
sir. Stolen again. Pulls him back in. Ravage to turn. Now right on top of both. Oh, they clean up with Tofu. The damage that they need. And with Dyrachyo moving into position, Amar has to run away. Sumail also in some trouble. Force tap up to the high ground. LSA, a couple more punches. It's there for the stun. Gonna find the kills. Clean as can be from Gaimin.
Oh, this game. Nigma, they tried to play aggressive, but now they get hit by, what, I think a 4 or 5-man Ravage, and it's right into Roche. Dyrachyo. This network just gets so crazy. Yeah. 22,000, now he's going to have an Aegis, and they're going to have Shard as well.
I mean, it's a cute play going for that steal and to try and turn it back around. You can see here for a moment it was maybe you can get MC, but the team fight is just so much stronger from Gaimin.
Yeah, a perfect connection as well too. And yeah,
it was everybody.
It was all 5. Yeah, he caught every single one, 3 BKBs. And Amar, his damage, it just feels non-existent now at this point when they are starting to get even this behind. Dyrachyo forces to high ground. No fear.
Unreal. Tofu get 2, Dyrachyo get 2. And with 12,000 net worth now into the favor of Gaimin Gladiators, an Aegis in hand, Nigma, they need a miracle.
Yeah, feels like they've run out of steam in this one as Ace, I mean, after they get a beautiful Ravage, now he also is very close to having a Refresher, and he also has picked up the Shard from Roche. So now they're going to try to take advantage of these cooldowns being used, but can they actually find anything here? Gaimin Gladiators all positioned pretty close to each other.
Kuro, his smoke breaks. They know that they're over there.
Can't punish this.
The Gush will come out, revealing Tide is in the area too. How much longer? He's got 40 seconds until Roche or until Ravage is back up again. But you can see Gaimin, they want to shut down the map, make it as small as possible, and choke out Nigma.
Yeah, they're ready to go again. Level 18, Lasso's ready. Quinn, he's hunting. Sumail.
They find.
They won't push it. Oh, regen rune top. That wasn't it for Dyrachyo. A bit low mana. Back to full he goes.
Easy peasy.
And yeah, his damage is, it's going to get that much stronger in a second. He's about to have Daedalus finish too. Feeling so many problems in Nigma now. They tried to play aggressive, but just, yeah, a couple mistakes have added up too much as Kuro.
They don't manage to go. It was an illusion that was trying to bait out the area. Kuro, blink out, but right on top of him with the tendrils. Ace finds and kills off that Tusk.
Welcome to the abyssal
My control trying to find any type of desperate farm somewhere. Cutting creep waves with Nature's Call as well. But now base starting to get beat. Dyrachyo.
LSA, they've got the tree armor there though, and he feels very confident continuing to beat down this tier 3 tower.
Quinn,
for the jump in, finds the real one, Lasso, and LSA terrorize, everything drop down. Amar, he is going to fall. A Gleipnir onto 2, but Dyrachyo not afraid, not concerned, unbothered with the Aegis.
The tank, the DPS, Lina on the high ground, no fear.
The hunt for the kill, that's all that they needed. And waiting for that perfect moment to get him. Dyrachyo is getting lower and lower with these LSAs coming out from GH.
There's a Satanic in 6 seconds, so he's just gonna full heal up the next creep wave likely. Not even just getting armored and leech seeded up.
Moves on in, LSA there, Satanic at the ready.
Done.
Dyrachyo starts punching into it, heals back up.
And
now, Rax gonna be hit.
let's see, we'll find a courier. They know that my control's not in the base, but yeah, Rax taken out. We'll use the glyph for the melee.
Tried to get right on him. Can't keep the Fiery Soul up though. So Dyrachyo forced back for a moment.
Okay, they'll back it up. They still have Ravage, and I believe it is, yeah, Refresher is going to be done in a moment. So, yeah, still in a super comfortable position. And yeah, Quinn, it looked a little scary for a second with the way he blinked and didn't get the initial lash though, but then gets it perfectly onto Amar anyway. And now he's hunting. He's looking for my control.
I mean, I think it's pretty telling of the confidence that Quinn has right now that he can blink forward, take a beat to figure out which Viper is the real one, and then get out of there.
Yeah. As long as he has BKB at the ready, right? He always can. He can kind of survive versus anything. The Tusk, sure, he's got Blink Punch, but it's not going to be enough for them to stick on him.
MC needs to get level 22, but even then, I mean, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, he just if he's Fireflied, he just walks out of it, right? So.
Yeah.
Ace, there it is. Yeah, the Refresher's done.
What can they do now? Are they just going to walk up and, take down this melee Rax? Can set their sights bottom or top next, depending on which one they're feeling more. But 45 seconds left on this Aegis. GH, Fade Bolt. Tries to keep it alive to no avail.
They can't fight. I think Nigma's very much so realized that. If they go into a battle, they're going to get 5-0 wiped.
Yeah. They're getting some split push going at the same time, trying to apply any countermeasure. You know, this game incredibly important for them, but very difficult to get anything done. While MC is split pushing along the bottom side of the map, there just is no real fight that they can make here. The Tendrils, they do connect. Pull back for a second, but a full set of racks dead again. Sumail forced to pop that BKB. LSA connects onto the Lina, but Aegis going to be reclaimed, and Dyrachyo still at full HP pretty much.
I think they're just going to keep going. They're going to look to close this game out. They're at such a massive advantage, and the lasso again.
Connects there, the stun comes out, Walrus Punch to try and stop it, but Amar doesn't get a spell off there. Only damage dealt was by virtue of corrosive skin. They kill off Kuro. He's going to buy back. No buyback on Amar. Sumail in trouble. Ravage is going to connect. Knew there was no BKB. Second Ravage to Dyrachyo. They find MC2. Went right into that stun. The fear is going to connect. Gaimin Gladiators running down and killing Nigma with no more buybacks. That is going to end it. GG is called. Putting on a display here in this game 3.
Yeah. All it takes is like one or two little mistakes. I think that was kind of the nature of the draft that Nigma had set themselves up with versus this Lina, versus this Tide. Very comfortable strategy that Gaimin Gladiators, they've played this before. Not exactly with the Lina carrier, but with this Tide type of style, this is one of their best strategies. Last year, they used to do it all the time when they were really...